Civil Contractors Federation, constructing Australia's infrastructure. In partnership with Gallagher, Komatsu, Pickles Industrial and Ecologic, Civil Contractors Federation is proud to present the 2021 CCF Victoria Earth Awards for excellence in civil construction. For the last 27 years, the CCF Earth Awards competition has sought to recognise those companies who innovate, adopt best practice techniques, think outside the square, and who contribute towards improving Victoria's future. Awarded for excellence in civil construction, the competition acknowledges outstanding merit in the fields of construction technique, environmental sustainability, innovation and project management. The Earth Awards actively promotes our industry to government and has been instrumental in encouraging federal, state and local government tiers to recognise the importance of infrastructure to Australia's economy. They provide a benchmark in standards for civil construction in Australia. They are a reflection in our industry's ideals. For our partners, Gallagher, Komatsu, Pickles Industrial and Ecologic Civil, the CCF Earth Awards reflects their own commitment to excellence and innovation in service as well as equipment. Welcome to the 2021 CCF Victoria Earth Awards.
Well, welcome to a very special 2021 annual CCF Victoria Earth and Training Awards. I'm John Kilgour. I'm the CEO of the Civil Contractors Federation here in Victoria, and I'm joined by my co-host for today's awards and announcements, the fabulous Madeleine McManus, OAM. Great to have you here, Madeleine. I'm going to quickly introduce Madeleine because she is not unknown to many of us at CCF. Madeleine's the CEO of the Centre of Professional Engineering Education and Centre for Pavement Engineering Education. You've been the Global Director of RoboGals.
I have.
And
yes.
you're also a Director of the Victorian Business Licensing Authority. There's a lot of work being done, particularly around the Victorian Professional Engineering Registration Scheme. And I know you've been doing a lot of work on that. Madeleine, I have to say, where did you get your outfit? It's absolutely fantastic.
Well, thank you, John. I like to support a lot of local artists, and some of them actually also have helped to create this, but likewise also some of my trips for engineering construction project review. So it's a combination. So everything from Parisian shoes to local Melbourne designer who did this for me, especially I picked it up yesterday, the gorgeous Digby's. Yeah. All the way through, right through the thing. And so, no, I have a lot of fun, creativity, as well as the engineering side.
Well, unfortunately, people cannot see your shoes. And I've got to say, they are fantastic. Look, in welcoming you, Madeleine, firstly, I would like to acknowledge the traditional custodians of the land where we're meeting. We're actually here at our Notting Hill office. Beautiful. We've got a lot of projects over the last 75 years adorning our wall, and it's a great celebration of the contribution contractors have made in building all of the infrastructure that we use in everyday life. In acknowledging the traditional custodians, paying my respects to elders, both past, present and emerging, the First Nations people are doing a lot of work in the construction and civil infrastructure space, and we've got a number of representatives from government authorities on board. We've got the Skills First program and social inclusion program. What about your own experience with the First Nations people?
So I've had a long connection with the First Peoples, ranging from my grandfather, who thought it was very important for me to know, as well as traditional fairy stories, to know the traditional tales of the Indigenous people. So that was gorgeous. And then all the way through my engineering career, working with Engineers Without Borders, local Indigenous communities, currently working with a group of organisations to look at see how we can assist with trachoma in that Indigenous children are still suffering from in Australia. So I'm very sort of active and interested in that side. And there are some fantastic Indigenous students who are coming through now through engineering. We're seeing them progress and making such a fantastic impact. Fundamentally, a really
and a great contribution to the industry, which is fantastic.
Yeah, outstanding.
All right. Well, look, thank you for joining me, Madeleine. We're going to have a bit of fun.
I'm looking forward to
afternoon. That's the whole idea.
We've been in lockdown for a long time,
we
John.
have been. But look, we also have a number of dignitaries that I would like to acknowledge here today. CCF Victoria President Tony Damiani from BMD.
Fantastic.
We've also got Anthony Kilgour, our Vice President from Califam. And we've also got a number of board representatives in Jay Miller from Miller Constructions out at Horsham. We've got Brad Wereszczuk from NL Drainage out at Shepparton. Great to see you, Brad. We've also got a former CCF board member in Cliff Smith from Landsmith Excavations. Great to have you on board, Cliff. And our former president, Steve Trzeski from Rokon. Great to have you, Steve. And there is one other, I think it's Carla DeLaga from Fulton Hogan. And we've got a huge contingent from Fulton Hogan here today. So hopefully, I see they're nominated for a couple of awards and we'll see how they go. Wish them the best of luck. I also would like to acknowledge my CCF colleagues. I've got a number of colleagues right around the country, the CEOs in other state branches and territories. CCF National CEO, Chris Mellon, great to have you on board, Chris. And also a number of my team here in the office. We're under COVID conditions, but we have been operating as part of the Department of Education and Training. We've been running training courses. In fact, there was one today. We've got our confined space trailer and working at heights container out the back here at Notting Hill, which is fantastic and really delivering some good stuff for the industry. So to all the team upstairs, I hope you're enjoying today's celebrations. I'd also like to acknowledge our Earth Awards judges. We've got Morris Stabb, Rod Jackson and Jeff Reynolds, and we will hear a little bit more from Jeff a bit later with a special judges award, and at the same time we'll acknowledge the judges for their contribution.
Fantastic.
I'd like to say a big thank you to our sponsors, and you've probably seen our sponsors through the course of the 15-minute waiting room period. We've got Emma Keegan and the team, Jim Kaitis from Gallagher, 40-odd years supporting our industry. Great to have you on board at Gallagher. Tim Greenham at Komatsu. I was speaking to Tim during the week and he said his cocktail packs and everyone who was down was to receive a cocktail pack because we were meant to be at the Glass House tonight.
I know.
But under these conditions, we've had to run the awards because we're all feeding into the national awards which are being held on the 12th of November in Canberra.
Fantastic.
That's an online event and we need to have our winners actually as part of the national award. But alas, we're going to come together in February when density quotas permit.
Fantastic.
We're going to have a black tie president's dinner. It's already set, 16th of February. Put it in your diary. It's at the Glass House, and you'll be able to put your dancing shoes on.
Oh, I might have to get more dancing shoes, John. That's a great excuse.
We've also got Matthew Stewart from Pickles Industrial. Great to have you on board, Matthew. And also Tony Alicio and the team from EcoLogic. And there's quite a few members of the team as part of MRPV. And we've also got Varney Petrovic, Rajiv, and the whole team from MRPV watching in.
Brilliant.
So great hello to them.
Hello.
Also, the training awards, I mentioned before, Fulton Hogan, they're supporting our civil engineering first-year student coming through Monash. So thank you very much to Fulton Hogan for their continued support.
Excellent.
So very quickly, we're going to go for about an hour. Hopefully you won't have too many cocktails, and remember to drink and drive safely. So if you drink and drive, you're a bloody idiot. So just be careful with the alcohol intake. We're having one.
And I'm Ubering.
And you're Ubering, so that's great.
Okay.
Madeleine, this year's awards are going to be split into two parts.
Okay.
So the first part's going to be the training awards, and then we're going to move into the 27th annual CCF Earth Awards, and that'll recognise projects that have excelled in project and construction management, innovation, people development, and training, quality, safety, environment, and more importantly, the engagement with stakeholders. And there were a lot of great projects out there. We had 20 finalists over 5 categories.
Fantastic.
And the engagement piece with the community and the interaction with the community was exceptional. And I did get the opportunity to go to a number of the projects with our judges, and
you were lucky. You must have fitted it in between
We
lockdowns.
just fitted it in. We couldn't get to quite 20. Right at the end, the government locked us down. So unfortunately, we had to do those as desktop exercises. We're going to kick off with the training awards. So our first award, Madeleine, is...
Fantastic. Our first award is the Jeff Brown Award. And the Jeff Brown Award is for students who are doing Certificate 3 in Civil Construction. This encouragement award is dedicated to a former Victorian president, Jeff Brown, who sadly passed away in April of 2015. And he was president of CCF from 1983 to 1986. Together with Ken Edgley, Jeff developed the plant hire books and standard employment forms, which were launched to members in November in 1983 and are still available to members today. What a great legacy. Jeff had attended many training awards events and quite rightly presented the aptly named Jeff Brown Award Certificate 3 in Civil Construction. Both CCF members and staff alike acknowledge with deep respect the contributions Jeff and he has made and his support to the Civil Contractors Federation and the industry in general. The Certificate 3 in Civil Construction reflects the ability of a skilled operator working in civil construction who applies a broad range of skills in a variety of work context, using some discretion and judgment and some relevant theoretical knowledge. And John, the nominees are?
The nominees are, we've got James Horvart from Newham Earthmoving up at Romsey, and great to see Cam and Mick and the team on board, and also Isaiah Spencer from NL Drainage. So, fantastic. Madeleine, the winner is, and you've got the envelope.
I have, and this is very exciting. So here's the envelope. I hope that both James and Isaiah are very excited. Let's open and let's announce who the winner is. Do I get a drum roll, or are you going to give a drum roll for me?
It'll go when you announce the winner.
And I'm delighted to announce that the Jeff Brown Encouragement Award winner for the training award is Isaiah Spencer from NL Drainage. Please join me in congratulating him.
Congratulations to our winner, Isaiah Spencer, NL
Fantastic.
Drainage up in Shepparton.
Oh,
and Brad and Louise do a fantastic job up there and bringing particularly young workers through and emerging workers through into the industry. And in fact, Isaiah joined NL Drainage in 2007. Well, he was actually 17-year-old, finishing school.
Oh, wow.
He joined as a casual labourer. He quickly showed promise and was keen to pursue our industry. I think he was looking for a more permanent position when it came available. And now Isaiah works predominantly on the sewer and pipeline projects, pipe laying, manhole building and plant operation, and he's become an important member of the NL Drainage team and concrete construction team up in Shepparton. So that's fantastic.
Such an inspiring story for students who are currently at school or early in their career, where they find something, follow their passion and are able to actually make an impact in this particular industry. It's outstanding.
That is great. Look, our next award is the Apprentice of the Year, Road and Water. And Madeleine, our next award, the nominees are?
Well, again, we've got outstanding nominees, but you might have heard from them previously. James Horvart from Newham Earthmoving and Isaiah Spencer from NL Drainage. And the winner
is you're opening the envelope again.
I'm on a lot of envelope duty.
You're on envelope duty today.
All right, and I'm excited. It's stuck in here. We're all good. And I am delighted to announce that the Apprentice of the Year for Roads and Water winner is James Horvart from Newham Earthmoving.
Newham Earthmoving in Romsey. Fantastic. Yes, well done, James. Well done. We give you another congratulations. Well done.
That's fantastic.
James joined Newham Earthmoving in 2018 after completing school.
Yep.
With his career, I hear, at a very loose end. He didn't know what to do. And in fact, he was thinking about joining the abattoir and joining the meat works. And after finishing school, he had a really strong academic performance and he took a gap year. And during that gap year, he really found out where his passion lay, and that was in civil construction.
Brilliant.
He arrived at Newham Earthmoving, quickly confirming that stacking meat was not where he wanted to be, and was not preferred
not
part.
For him,
not
but
for
it
him.
could be for other people, just not him in this instance.
Now I hear James is a thorough listener with a thirst for responsibility beyond his years. James quickly picked up and became extremely confident in pipeline services installation and the use of GPS technology and the operation of care of plant and equipment. So important in today's operations.
Absolutely.
He soon realised that it had become more than an industry and a job. It was a passion, and that's great, and that's what we want. So he cancelled his gap year, he signed on, and it actually took a Cert 3 in civil construction, and a really great ambassador and role model for our Civil Skills Cadetship program. And most of you will remember that we secured some funding through the state government. We put 110 cadets through that program. Of the 110, 85 of them secured jobs, and 75 have gone on to do a Cert 3 in civil construction, which is great. And that's about stickability, and it's providing a pathway for people to come into the industry.
And creating capacity for the industry on an ongoing basis.
But what a great role model James is for that program, and very well done, James.
Awesome work. Great stuff.
Okay, our next category is the best first-year female in civil engineering, and this is the award supported by Fulton Hogan. And I do want to thank the team at Fulton Hogan for their ongoing support here. The civil construction sector for many years has probably been known as a exclusively male-dominated workforce, but we're seeing the rise of women being involved in civil construction, no more so than yourself. More and more employers are now actively recruiting women into the industry to achieve not just for diversity of gender, but also because of skills and aptitude. And I think that's important. This next award showcases the ongoing work of women in the industry and the next generation. Now, Madeleine, I know this is an award very close to your heart. Right. Can you tell us a little bit about how you got into the industry and the pathway that you went through?
I'd love to. So I was always a very creative child, but I loved building and creating problems. I come from a little bit of an engineering side, but creativity side, and wasn't quite sure what I wanted to do. So I actually did a double degrees in business and engineering at the gorgeous university just down the road here at Monash. I was
and still heavily involved.
Very much so. I was the only girl in the class, which was a big shock from going from an all-girls school to a completely different side. But I had a ball.
I was going to say
it was just fantastic. I'm surprised. I did get through eventually, but
I've got a sneaking suspicion. Did you spend more time on campus or more time at the Notting Hill Hotel?
Well,
just over here?
Maybe, but I also love ski racing. I spent a lot of time up on the mountain and not actually. And a lot of the boys, thank you to all my fellow guys I studied with, helped me to actually cram for exams. So they're gorgeous. But I love sort of building and making an impact. Engineering has been a fantastic way to be able to do that. But I'd still get shocked when I'd go out on site and there were no bathroom facilities for women, for example. Yeah. So really, as I've gone through my career, not have I only made sure that there's visible pathways for other women if they want to do it. And they don't have to be bright and colourful. They can do whatever they want. But just in terms of engineering is such a diverse, interesting, make an impact in the infrastructure, the built environment.
Yeah. And we were saying before, there's some really great role models that are now out in the industry.
Yeah,
and
very
we're talking
good ones.
About Laurice Temple and Mel Green.
Mel Green and Colette.
And Colette Burke is another one, So really great role models. So our best first year female civil engineering supported by Fulton Hogan are the nominees: Georgia Grzuski from Deakin University, Jacqueline Brotchie from the University of Melbourne, and Phoebe Chapman from La Trobe University. And Madeleine, I'm going to give you the honour to open this one because I know
Thank you. I'm very keen. Well, if I had the choice, I'd be giving them all an award, John.
Well, I think they're all winners myself tonight, but we will recognise them appropriately.
To get to be nominated is a major achievement as well for all our finalists as well. But I'm delighted to now formally announce that the best first year female in civil engineering, brought to us by Fulton Hogan, is Jacqueline Brotchie from the University of Melbourne. Please join me in celebrating her win.
Well done, Jacqueline. Jacqueline, very well done. Jacqueline's completed a Bachelor of Science in major in biochemistry at the University of Melbourne. She loves maths and physics, and civil and structural engineering is a great way to combine those subjects. Now, as you were saying before, you learned your interest was at a very early age. Jacqueline's grandfather, her uncle, her cousin, stepfather, they're all civil engineers. So it's probably pretty much lucky I didn't follow my father. He was a chef and a milkman. So,
you're creative as well. You do lots of different things.
You only have to ask my wife. I'm not a good cook. So there you go. But certainly, her family's actually helped shape and her love of the industry
Yeah.
and discover the interests and her passion for civil engineering.
So
She's
important.
currently working for a road and rail bridge construction company, which
Excellent.
is the Civil Infrastructure Group. I hope they're on board. Great to see them, and in their structural design team. In her leisure, she plays soccer. So I don't know if she's
Outstanding.
with the new A League, because I think the women's league
Oh, yeah.
is now A League,
Yeah.
which
Oh,
is great.
Fantastic.
And she also she plays in the Victorian Premier League. There you go.
That's very important.
So there you go. I should check my notes. And she plays for the University of Melbourne Soccer Club, which is great.
Fantastic.
So Jacqueline, very well
Congratulations.
done.
And congratulations to all the finalists
Okay.
in that category.
Over to you, Madeleine.
Thank you, John. So our next award is for a student that has excelled and completed their certificate in civil construction, supervision and operations. And
Yeah.
John, our winner is...
Our winner is... I get to open the envelope this time.
I know, fantastic. See if you're better than I am.
The good thing is it's not sealed. Our winner, the certificate in civil construction, supervision and operations, the winner is Nathan Meggetto from Meggetto Asphalting and Civil Construction. Well done, Nathan.
Congratulations.
And Nathan has done unbelievably well since I've been with CCF now, nearly on 6 years. Nathan has been an award winner at a number of training award nights, and I think getting and moving through to do your Cert 4 in supervision just shows the pathway this young man's been on.
It's fantastic.
And look, he's come through the family roots at Meggetto Constructions. He's
I
lived
guess
it
there was
all
a
his
connection.
life. I'm sure there is, but he's been since a young lad always around mobile plant and equipment. Since before he even went to school. So you think about someone coming... I'm a great believer in creating the aspiration at a very early age. And we could talk about the VCAL system.
Yes,
You've got to get into the primary schools.
Oh, I absolutely
and the kids
agree.
learn that passion.
They don't always understand what possibilities and pathways and diverse ways you can get into different industries, and especially around building and construction and making a difference and the benefit it makes to the community and all the range of roles you can do, and even in the emerging roles using artificial intelligence and all those sorts of things as well. It's a fantastic area to get involved with.
Well, Nathan started off through our CCF Taster program, which is, again, is very much targeted towards the VCAL sector and the secondary education system.
Excellent.
And the Taster program, in fact, has moved Nathan through, and at the same time to take on a Certificate 3 and onto Certificate 4 in terms of his graduation. But what I'm impressed is, we talked about before James being a great advocate for the CSC program. Well, actually, Nathan is a mentor in our CSC program.
So he's gone through the program and then he's become a mentor.
Well, he's come through the Taster program and he's wanting to put back. So that's fantastic, Nathan. And, you're a great ambassador for what we're all about here at CCF. So congratulations on your award.
Fantastic.
Okay. Our next award is the Ian JACKA Award for the highest scoring civil engineering student at Monash University. Now, Ian JACKA, and I have great pleasure in contacting his late widow, Madeleine JACKA, on a regular basis. And Ian is one of the legends of CCF and the civil construction industry. He was a past president of CCF Victoria branch, a staunch believer in recognising and supporting graduates of civil engineering and construction going through Monash University.
Fantastic.
So in recognition of Ian's contribution to the industry over his career, CCF, in collaboration with Madeleine and Fulton Hogan, have presented an award for the most outstanding student completing their final year subject in civil engineering. So this is fourth year.
Yep.
And it's for the highest graded student.
Excellent.
At Monash. And Madeleine, because you're a civil engineering background at Monash, would you like...
In fact, I spoke to the head of school at Monash yesterday and said, I'm celebrating the award, which is very, very exciting. They very much appreciate the support and the visibility it gives to the students to strive hard in that side. It's really important for an organisation like CCF to recognise that kind of brilliance and expertise. So let me announce the winner without further ado.
Yes, thank you.
So the Ian JACKA Award winner for the highest scoring civil engineering construction student at Monash University. Oh, goodness, we couldn't make a decision. There's been a tie.
That's because they both got the same score.
Which is fantastic.
Score.
Thomas James McCarthy and Julian Andrew Lamb.
Wow,
Congratulations,
Thomas
guys.
McCarthy
Fantastic
and Julian
work.
Lamb. Well
Please show
done,
your
guys.
appreciation.
Congratulations. We have actually presented their award at a night at Monash,
Yes.
which Faye Doherty, our program lead, went to.
Fantastic.
But again, when we have the awards ceremony in February, we'll recognise Thomas and Julian as well at that.
Brilliant.
Our final award, and it's a really prestigious award, is the Employer of the Year. And actually last year, it was won by Newham Earthmoving.
Oh, fantastic.
In fact, it wasn't last year, it was the year before, because we didn't have the awards last year
So
because of
confused about
COVID.
that.
Oh, yeah, so am
Your
I.
last year kind of was
It's sort of important, but it is a really important award because it recognises, and you know, with new people coming into the industry through apprenticeships, there's a need to have employers that are actually willing to take young people on.
Absolutely.
And provide an environment where that person can learn and grow, and an employer who will support them, mentor them, and actually provide them the knowledge and skills that's going to equip them to make a real contribution into our industry and ensure at the end of the day the learner's competent, qualified, and also has a passion that's imparted. A lot of the contractors and the members they're passionate about the industry. That comes through in conversations I have day in, day out. And if you can put that into our next generation, the industry is going to be in a fantastic place.
Yep.
So the final training award recognises such an employer. And Madeleine, this year's winner of the prestigious Employer of the Year award goes to, and I'm going to get you to open
Oh, the envelope. Da-da-da-da-da-da. We almost need
the drum roll.
Yeah, we need the drum roll. I'm delighted to announce that this year the prestigious Employer of the Year winner goes to NL Drainage, Brad Wereszczuk.
That's it, Brad Wereszczuk. Brad and Louise and the team at NL Drainage. My goodness, fantastic. Well
done. Very
That's
good.
a great effort. A real great recognition for the Shepparton region. There's some fantastic contractors.
Yep.
You know, Mawson's up there, Jarvis Delahaye. We've got NL Drainage.
Excellent.
Just some really great contractors making a real great contribution.
And I'm delighted the regional impact in this sector is really, really important for that side, and the fact that they're actually supporting people coming through the industry to grow and accelerate at knowledge and capacity is brilliant.
Yep, and Shep's gone through some pretty tough times in recent weeks, but hopefully this award recognises the wonderful work that's being done up in the region by Brad, Louise and the team at NL Drainage. So, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank our judges Faye Doherty, who's one of our own CCF, and I've just hit my microphone, so I apologise. And the other judge is Fred Baltesch. Fred's from old Lend-Lease days.
Yes.
And great to have you on board. I think Fred's online, so thank you, Fred, and also Faye. That ends the first half. We're now going to move straight in.
Oh, what? No break?
Straight in, no break. No break. We're going to probably have a sip of champagne when the next winner's being shown. But we're going to move straight into the 2021 Earth Awards. And as I said before, we will not be showcasing all of the finalists. We'll be here for at least probably an hour and a half, 2 hours. But all of the finalists have made a fantastic contribution, and I've had the opportunity to go out to quite a number of the sites, and I've been visibly impressed with the projects.
Oh, outstanding. Yeah.
All of our finalists will receive a video clip of their project, which they can use for their own marketing purposes.
Oh, outstanding.
And we will show the winning award today, so
Okay.
people can have a look at what the winning award's like. But it's fair to say that the culmination this year of the Earth Awards is 2 years of work. We missed out last year, so we've actually span braked and gone back 24 months, and it covers projects that were completed up until the 31st of May this year.
Okay.
All right.
That makes sense.
So the companies were invited and clients, and submissions were received, and our judging panel went out during June and July to personally judge. And I think it's important to get out and actually have a look at the projects and engage in conversation with the project teams.
Yeah, I think so too.
Project entrants made a written submission to CCF describing the project's strengths and achievements against a criteria, and that criteria was project and construction management, quality, innovation, safety, environmental, people development, and stakeholder engagement, as I mentioned before.
Excellent.
As I said, it's pretty impractical to have the whole judges going out because we've got all sizes, so we break them into categories.
Yep.
And we have 5 categories this year. Our first project value is up to $2 million. The second category is from 2 to 5 million. The third category is from 5 million to 10 million in project value.
Yep.
The fourth is from 10 million to 30 million. The fifth category is 30 million to 75 million.
Excellent.
Now, we do have a sixth category, and I'm going to have a word to all of my government departments and clients out there.
Are they online now?
And they're online now. Any project in excess of 75 million.
Yes, there's a few of those.
And there's a few. We did not get one submission. Not one.
No.
And you think
Hang
of
on a
level
minute.
crossing removal.
Where's Corey
program.
Hannett when you
Where's
need him?
Corey Hannett? Come on. Get on to Alan Garner.
Yep. Get on to
Barney,
Duncan.
MRPV. Come on. I expect to see some projects next year. I mean, I can't
Get in
believe
trouble.
I'll get into trouble. So,
Well, I was going to say, Paul Younes could put some up as well.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
You know, there's lots of different options.
so the challenges out there, Rajiv and the team, I want to see some projects.
Oh, and
in
there's some
category
brilliant
6.
projects.
But having said that,
Brett's doing too.
some of the projects are absolute crackers.
Yeah.
This year, our judges, because of that, and the level of, there are a number of projects out there that were making a real big statement around the sustainability aspect within our community.
Yes.
So a real positive impact. So the judges have decided to introduce a sustainability award. It's a judges award,
Okay. Yep.
and we're going to present that at the end, and that's going to be supported by Gallagher through, and we'll get one of our judges in Jeff Reynolds to come and come and say a few words about that.
Excellent. That's
which is great.
fantastic, John.
So the first project value up to 2 million, the sponsor category, and the finalists are.
So the first finalist is Puckapunyal Safe Driver Area Project, delivered by AMH Civil, JOS Constructions, Oricon, and Department of Defence.
Okay, and the next one is Gordon Barnard Reserve, Rain Garden and Stormwater Implementation Works, an integrated water management project.
Fantastic.
And that's with Contact Constructions and the Burundara City Council.
Fantastic. We love when they work in partnership together. And our third finalist is the Meadowlink Linear Park Project, delivered by IFAS Civil and Hume City Council.
Our next finalist is the Mountain Highway AC Water Main Renewal Project, and that's delivered by Interflow with Southeast Water.
Excellent. Our fifth finalist is Waring Gardens Redevelopment, delivered by Quarrel Civil Construction and Edward River Council. And our final nominee in the category is...
And our final nominee, and I did actually see this project out near the Fitzroy Gardens, Edinburgh Gardens.
Wow.
It was a stormwater harvesting scheme phase 2, and it was done actually in-house by the Yarra City Council.
Oh, fantastic. I
was
know
great.
a couple of very good engineers there, so I'm delighted they're involved. And John, our winner is...
And our winner is, for the project value up to $2 million, our winner is Interflow Proprietary Limited and Southeast Water for the Mountain Highway AC Water and Main Renewal. And let's take a quick look at the project
Oh, fantastic. Thank you. Congratulations.
Project Value 1, brought to you by Gallagher, Insurance and Risk Management, protecting Civil Contractors Federation members for over 40 years. Interflow and Southeast Water. Mountain Highway AC Water Main Renewal. Interflow was engaged to renew 1.4 kilometres of badly deteriorated asbestos concrete water main in the Mountain Highway in Mount Dandenong. A trenchless renewal method was chosen over a traditional dig and replace approach to overcome site-related difficulties, including a winding, narrow road with heavy recreational traffic, deteriorating asbestos piping, and soft and unstable soil conditions across a steep slope. To surmount these challenges, Interflow pioneered a miniaturised version of tight flow technology. The process pulls a water-grade polyethylene pipeline through a circular die to temporarily reduce its diameter and winch it through the deteriorated host pipeline. The tension is then released, causing the polyethylene pipe to relax and revert to its original diameter, fitting tightly against the existing pipe internal wall. Modifying the technology to a smaller variable internal pipe diameter with multiple S-bends and misaligned pipe joints required off- and on-site testing, reworking equipment and close monitoring to ensure that the winch tension did not exceed the yield strength of the pipe. The tie flow method of water main replacement resulted in significant cost savings, minimised worker exposure to asbestos, reduced excavation disruption, and improved environmental outcomes by reducing the project's carbon footprint by approximately 60%.
60%. Fantastic.
Oh, it's a great project. Look, I want to congratulate Scott Jordan-Legg, Shane Davin, Frank Dyer and Johnny Easton at Interflow together with Mike Stokes at South East Water on their award. It was great, fantastic. And to all of our finalists, they were great projects. And as I said, you are going to get a video, and it is something that you can use. You'll be able to use that in your own marketing, put it on your website. We're putting it on our own CCF YouTube channel.
Fantastic.
After this, and you'll be able to go on and have a look.
And I'll make sure it's linked to CPEE so they can see as well.
There you go. So our next category, which is the project value, and that's your category you're going to introduce.
It is.
Who's it brought to us by? And what's the category?
The category is our second category, which is the project value between $2 and $5 million, and it's brought to us by Komatsu.
And our finalists are in this category. We've got the Matthews Siphon Replacement Project at Wordy Bullock Inlet Channel. I've got to tell you, it's a long way out the west, because I actually jumped across, because I live on the Mornington Peninsula. I got the ferry across.
Oh, no.
I then had to go from there to Mildura for a regional chapter forum that night.
Oh, no, that's
so I did a lot of
driving
that day.
But
So,
isn't it lucky that you got to do that before lockdown happened? Now it would be an adventure.
and that's with Simpson Construction, GHD and Barwon Water.
And I'm delighted to say our second finalist is Water Gardens Accessibility Improvement Project, delivered by Fulton Hogan.
The Echuca Foreshore Redevelopment Project by Quarrel Civil and Madeleine. Our winner is...
Drum roll, please. I'm delighted to announce.
Oh, you've got cute little cards.
The winner for the category of project value between $2 and $5 million for 2021 goes to Fulton Hogan Construction for the Water Gardens Accessibility Improvement Project. Congratulations, team.
Congratulations. And let's take a quick look at the project now.
Project Value 2, brought to you by Komatsu. Komatsu develops and supplies technologies, equipment and services for the construction, mining, forklift, industrial and forestry markets. For a century, the company has been creating value for its customers through manufacturing and technology innovation, partnering with others to empower a sustainable future where people, business and the planet thrive together. Fulton Hogan, Water Gardens Accessibility Improvement Project. The Water Gardens Accessibility Improvement Project delivered 3 new lifts to a busy train station in Melbourne's west. The project also involved the extension of an existing overpass and installation of new stairs on the Central Island platform. It was key that the station remained fully operational and that access to the nearby shopping centre was uninterrupted during the process. Taking advantage of a previously planned 24-hour occupation, Fulton Hogan craned the central lift shaft and precast stairs into the existing glass atrium and onto the platform. Propping and bracing the atrium structure before its ceiling was removed ensured its structural integrity, while partially excavating the platform with non-destructive digging methods meant that there was no potential for works to encroach on the overhead line. 192 bolts were installed in the lift footings, each aligning exactly with corresponding holes in the lift shaft. A significant number of high-risk activities were required to undertake project works, including working at heights, complex crane lifts, deep excavations, working near live overheads, working alongside live rail, and excavating near a hazardous landfill site. Despite the high levels of risk and operational complexities, the first fully functional lift shaft opened 2 months ahead of schedule, and the project was delivered on budget and 1 week early.
I want to congratulate Sean Kent and the team at Fulton Hogan for that. I did actually have the opportunity to visit that project with our Judge Morris staff.
Oh, very lucky.
And really impressed. A lot of complexity with and high risk activity with the lift there, and also great engagement with Metro Trains to make sure that the continue operation of the fleet without shutting down the station and continuing to meet the needs of the public and the community out there. High level of risk associated with landfill from an environmental perspective. And I did see during the week that the government's actually made some additional funding to increase the car park capacity at Water Garden Station.
Oh, really? Fantastic.
I don't know whether it's part of the federal government's car park scheme, but certainly the state have got behind it. So congratulations, Sean and the team at Fulton Hogan. I know a lot of the innovation that was used in that project is now being used in other projects that Fulton Hogan are embarking on.
Outstanding.
So our next category is Project Value 3, category between 5 to 10 million, and this is brought to us by EcoLogic. So, Madeleine, our nominees are?
Our first finalist is Biodiversity Stage 3 project delivered by Civ 2 Con.
Our next finalist is the Napier Street Bendigo Stage 3 project, and I was up there and it was as freezing cold as Bendigo, by Mawson Construction and the Department of Transport. And say good day to Alan Tonks and the team.
Oh, fantastic. Our third finalist is the Melbourne Lancefield Road Roundabout Road Safety and Road Widening Works, Romsey to Meggetto Stage, delivered by Newham Earthmoving Proprietary Limited, Department of Transport and the TAC.
Our next nominee is the West Werribee Sewer Pump Station, SPS 44 project, and that's with Quinn Civil and also Greater Western Water.
Brilliant. And our fifth finalist is Project ETP Earthworks Large Scale Renewable Energy Project, Safety Focused Performance Joint Venture, delivered by Abergeldie, Downer and Stantec. And our final nominee, John, is?
And our final nominee is the Officer South Pump Station Refurbishment, and that's delivered by Zinfra, Jado and WSP Joint Venture.
And John, our winner is?
Our winner is? I better open the envelope.
You do. The envelopes are right there. Yay. Don't get the good.
It's amazing how that champagne's gone down.
We'll be speaking French soon.
We are. Look, our winner is, for project value 5 to 10 million, Quinn Civil and Greater Western Water for the West Werribee Sewer Pump Station SPS 44 project. And let's have a look at it now. Well done.
Congratulations.
Project Value 3, brought to you by EcoLogic, a Victorian government initiative to optimise the use of recycled and reused materials in Victoria's major transport infrastructure projects. Quinn Civil and Greater Western Water. West Werribee Sewer Pump Station 44 project, West Werribee, Victoria. Quinn Civil was engaged to relocate and upgrade an existing sewer pump station to service growing demand in Melbourne's far west. The new pump station incorporated 7 glass reinforced polymer GRP maintenance holes, including 2 wet wells ranging from 2.5 metres to 4 metres in diameter and between 4 metres and 12 metres in depth. These were lifted via franner and slew cranes to allow the rotation of the vessels from horizontal to vertical during installation. The project also included the diversion of the existing DN 1125 RCP sewer from one side of the Princess Freeway to the other, bypassing APA's transmission gas main. Using an earth pressure balance machine, a tunnel was bored and 195 metres of DN 1200 GRP pipe installed. Additional works involve connecting to Melbourne Water's 4.5 metre ID Western Trunk Sewer. This was completed via a custom GRP access chamber installed within the chase of the WTS-05 maintenance hole, isolating the work from the sewer flows of up to 28,500 litres per second and allowing the installation of the connection pipework. The solution came at a fraction of the cost and risk of traditional sewer bypass pumping.
Brilliant.
Brilliant. Congratulations to the team at Quinn Civil and Greater Western Water. This was an extremely close category. And I sit in on the judges and sometimes I have to separate the judges upstairs. It takes about 3 or 4 hours because what they're doing is they're actually synthesising their scores. And it was extremely close in this category. And therefore, the judges have asked us to extend a highly commended award, which is being given to Newham Earthmoving, Department of Transport and TAC for their Melbourne Lancefield Road roundabout road safety road widening works, which is from Romsey to Monagita stage project. So
congratulations.
Well done, Cam and Mick up at Newham Earthmoving. A special shout out and congratulations as your highly commended award.
Brilliant.
And there will be a certificate issued as part of that. So at our night in February. And thank you to our sponsor, Ecologic, for their support, and Tony, Alicio, and all the team at Ecologic, which is great.
They do a great job there.
They do fantastic. Madeleine, our next category.
Our next category is our finalists for the project value category 4 in the $10 to $20 million category.
I think it's 30, but I'll leave it. I reckon it's 30.
Did I just make it go by 10? Sorry, 10 to 30 million.
What's 10 million amongst friends?
That's right. I might have to enlarge. That's what happens in lockdown. You lose your eyesight.
Can you get a variation to the contract?
I'm very good at getting those. This category is actually brought to us by Pickles Industrial.
Thank you, Matthew, for part of that. So our first finalist is the Donnybrook Road Upgrade with BMD Group.
Fantastic. Our second finalist is Canning Street Water Main, delivered by Jado Constructions.
The beneficial reuse of Melbourne water biosolids, and I got to see this, delivered by Progress Earth.
Wow, that's fantastic. Our fourth finalist is Design and Construct of the CBD Sewer Augmentation, Stage 2A at Lonsdale Street, delivered by Rob Carr, SMEC and Greater Western Water.
And our next finalist is the Hawthorn Main Sewer Rehabilitation Project, which is the safety-focused performance joint venture between Abergeldie, Downer and Stantec. And our winner is Madeleine.
Let's get the next envelope. And we are delighted to announce that the winner of project value between $10 and $30 million, just to make sure we're absolutely correct, goes to the safety-focused performance joint venture of Abergeldie, Downer, Stantec, the Hawthorn Main Sewer Rehabilitation.
And let's have a look at the winning project now.
Well done.
Well done to the guys.
Project Value 4, brought to you by Pickles Industrial. We create trusted marketplaces where everybody wins, delivering value through relationships, simplicity and expertise. Safety-focused performance joint venture, Abergeldie, Downer, Stantec. Hawthorn Main Sewer Rehabilitation. The safety-focused joint venture, SFP JV, brought together Abergeldie, Downer and Stantec to rehabilitate 1.7 kilometres of a 118-year-old brick sewer network in Melbourne's densely populated inner east. The project delivered many Australian and international sewer engineering firsts. This included the pioneering use of cured in-place pipe CPEE technology to rehabilitate sewer manholes with depths of up to 18 metres. Laser scanning the internal structure of the manhole, fabricating a GRP membrane to fit, inflating it within the manhole and curing it with steam reduced installation time to just 1 day. The team also engineered the heaviest cured in-place pipe ever used in Australia to restore a 200-metre-long section of sewer. The pipe was a single 18.6-tonne fiberglass and resin CPEE UV liner with 14.6mm wall thickness. Additionally, an in-manhole jacking system to repair 300 to 400 metre long sections of ovoid sewer 18 metres below ground was created, which allowed an ovoid GRP pipe to be incrementally jacked inside the host pipe. Using this slip lining method, the socketed segments were lowered and jacked into place before specially designed grout was injected to fill the space between the brick host pipe and the liner. This work occurred around live flows of 200 litres per second. The refurbished sewer now has an asset life of an additional 100 years.
Okay, congratulations. I actually got the chance to go down there and meet the team.
I'm very jealous. That looked like an amazing project. My engineering nerd side was very...
What about that cured pipeline? Cured pipe.
But the innovation and the way that they've actually in rehabilitating that area is fantastic.
I got excited because I used to play cricket down at St James's Park and we met down there, so it was a bit like old homework. I had a bit of reminiscing. So, but look, I want to congratulate the safety-focused team, performance JV team, Matt Lyon, James Searson, Alan Chick, David Plunkett, Louis Noldret, Daniel Simpson, and I really was impressed with Jenny Hillier and the level of community engagement that went through, because it was quite a I mean, you're right in the middle of Hawthorn. It was quite a pristine. You're dealing with heritage, national heritage listed properties, and
very highly complex in that
it was
situation.
Fantastic.
Yeah, fantastic.
Okay, our next project is Project Value 5, and these are projects between 30 to 75 million, and it's being brought to us by Gallagher. Our final category nominees are, before we have the Judges Award, Streamlining Hoddle Street, Package B, Fulton Hogan.
And our second finalist in the category is Chandler Highway Project, delivered by Seymour White Constructions and Major Road Projects Victoria.
And no wonder we've got a huge contingent from MRPV online. So, and a great project. So our winner is, and I get to announce this one.
You do.
Which is fantastic. These were both great projects.
Yeah, hard to choose.
It is hard to choose. The project value 30 million to 75 million winner is Fulton Hogan Construction, Streamlining Hoddle Street, Package B, CN9512. Let's take a look at the winning project.
Fantastic. Congratulations to all.
Project Value 5, brought to you by Gallagher, Insurance and Risk Management, protecting civil contractors Federation members for over 40 years. Fulton Hogan, Streamlining Hoddle Street, Package B. Fulton Hogan delivered Victoria's first continuous flow intersection to reduce travel time on one of the city's busiest arterial roads. By moving right-turning traffic away from the intersection via new lanes, continuous flow intersections reduce queue times by up to 45%. During the project, Major Roads Projects Victoria required every lane to stay open between 5 a.m. and 8:30 p.m. and traffic signals at the Punt Road, Swan Street, Olympic Boulevard intersection to continue operating around the clock. To meet this challenging scenario, most works were completed at night and opportunities to resequence and overlap works were taken whenever possible. 11 different traffic signalling setups were employed, using existing, temporary and new signalling infrastructure to keep the lights running. Mobile concrete block foundations with trailing cables and temporary ducts and pits were used for signal poles, and EPROM technology supported by the interim infrastructure. With 330,000 vehicles travelling on the road every day, body cameras, remotely operated traffic booms, conflict resolution training and digital engineering reduced the risk to traffic controllers and construction workers from commuters and vehicles. Fulton Hogan also improved access to public transport and the city's sports and entertainment precinct through the construction of an accessible tram stop and raised walkways. The raised Punt Road walkway was earthed with fillet welds, copper earth wires and sheets of SL81 mesh. This eliminated the risk of electromagnetic energy entering the handrails from the 220 kilovolt AusNet cable directly underneath. A no-go zone stretching 4 metres either side of this cable, which ran along the entire eastern length of the site, was also established. With the new intersection operational 4 months ahead of schedule, the positive impact on commuters, residents and businesses has been immediate.
Oh, Madeleine, I've got to ask you, have you ever done a P-turn at Swan Street?
I have quite a few, John, because I actually go down that area of road pretty much on a daily basis.
It's unbelievable.
It is
and
amazing.
it actually works.
At the start, I must admit I wasn't a fan, but I've learnt to love it. So it's a great piece of engineering, design and
it was
construction.
quite a complex project. There's 250,000 vehicles a day going down Punt Road.
Which is
And
significant.
To keep
even
it
in
operating, you've got so many different stakeholders. You've got Yarra Trams. To keep it operating, the guys did a fantastic job.
And access to the sports precinct and the pedestrian sort of side and the rail area as well. No, it's very complex. They did a great job.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Look, it was pretty hot conversation between the judges upstairs when we did this category.
Bit of arm wrestling.
Because, look, it was so close. It was absolutely and I got the opportunity to visit the Chandler Highway project. And you think about the Chandler Highway and that bridge in front of the Australian paper mills.
Yes.
You know, it's historical, really complex in terms of expanding and putting the extra lanes in. But a great job done by Seymour White and MRPV.
Excellent.
And the judges actually want to acknowledge that, and they've recommended a highly commended award for that project. It was exceptionally great.
Yeah, that's
so
really
well
important.
done to the team.
Congratulations to all.
Well done to Courtney Hoops and the team out at Seymour White's fantastic. Now, our final award is a Special Judges Sustainability Award for covering all the projects. As I said, it's a new category that we've introduced. This is not going on to the national final. This is one that we're introducing at a state level.
So
We're innovating, and we really felt that we wanted to recognise the high standard of projects that were actually coming through, particularly around the impact around sustainability and the community in which we live and we operate every day.
Very important.
So, Madeleine, before I announce our winner, I'm going to call on our judge, one of our judges, Jeff Reynolds. G'day, Jeff.
Good morning.
How are you, Jeff?
Jeff, how are you?
Now this is our final category. I think
It is the final letter.
It is the final letter.
Envelope, I should say. We're delighted to announce that our final award winner for the Created Sustainability Award, that Victoria is leading the way in innovating again in sustainability, with the project value of up to anything, goes to Contact Constructions for the Gordon Barnard Reserve Rain Garden Stormwater Implementation Works. Congratulations.
Congratulations, Simon and the team. And there's two Simons.
Winner.
There was the project manager.
Oh, that's confusing.
and Simon, who's fantastic. Simon and the team out at Contact. And Jeff, look, we visited the project. I actually think we had quite a few of the judges. I think Rod might have been there as well.
Oh, excellent.
So just tell us a little bit about what stood out with this particular project.
John, it was very much in the flavour of sustainability. It's a flavour we saw through all of the projects. We saw stormwater harvesting, we saw reuse of biosolids, we saw really clever waste minimisation,
Waste
recycling, etc., etc. And you just see the flavour of contracting these days is really geared towards sustainability. The judges felt we had to reward that, which is why we've come to this award.
Yeah.
This particular project is a stormwater harvesting project in a public recreation reserve on a rehabilitated landfill within a very restricted public area. A lot of community housing around.
Okay.
What we saw with this project was a high level of community engagement.
Excellent.
We saw clever engineering in handling the landfill materials, which of course resulted in a lot of contaminated materials.
Yes.
So what they're able to do was to tackle the difficult ground conditions. They were able to manage contaminated soil, and they were able to engage with the community such that the community was almost part of their team.
Oh, brilliant.
And they did all of this without impacting on the use of the recreation reserve.
And they actually improved. They actually improved the amenities and created walk paths and everything else. So they actually went above the spec. And what was impressive there, that was a 7 metre deep fiberglass pump well and pollutant trap, and you know, they really put a rain garden in, 280 square metre rain garden. So really sustainable for the local amenities.
It's really a model for the future.
Contact Constructions, Gordon Barnard Reserve, Rain Garden and Stormwater Implementation Works. Contact Constructions was engaged to deliver a new stormwater harvesting system in a busy park built on a former landfill site in Melbourne's east. In this technically demanding project, water was diverted from an existing council drain through an extensive 5-step filtration and treatment system. Storm and rainwater from the drain now flow through a concrete diversion pit fitted with a stainless steel rubbish grate, a 7 metre deep fiberglass pump well and gross pollutant trap, a 283 square metre rain garden, a physical filter linked to a 370 kilolitre underground tank, and a UV filtration system. Because of the depth of the stormwater pipe and the unstable ground of the former landfill site, the construction of the diversion pit was deemed very high risk, with deep layers of rubbish seriously compromising the stability of the excavations. Contact devised a solution by custom engineering a precast concrete shell. Measuring 2.7 metres in width and length, the concrete pit's weir and sump systems were cast above ground before the modules were craned into place. The new system treats up to 100 megalitres of stormwater per year, reducing the irrigation use of potable water on the reserve's 2 ovals by 70% and improving water quality in local creeks and rivers.
Jeff, can I just thank you? I know it's people don't realise the judging. These guys do this. Yeah, it's hard, and they do it pro bono. They provide their time, they provide their expertise, and we at CCF just want to say to our first judge, Jeff Reynolds, a little thank you. I know there's quite a few of these packs out there at the moment. This is a cocktail pack. So hopefully you and Anne can enjoy that, and thank you very much for your
I
support.
look forward to enjoying it. And at this stage, I'd like to thank Joe Napoli, our senior training person,
Yep.
Fantastic.
who has helped with the judging.
Yeah, well done, Joe.
Great, Jeff.
And I know you're upstairs, Joe, so good on you, mate.
Yeah,
well done.
great, Jeff and Joe. Thank you very
Thank
much.
you.
Well done.
Our next judge, Morris Stabb. So, Morris, come on in. Now, I'm going to bribe you, Morris, because you're a national judge as well. Now, anyone from interstate shouldn't be listening to this.
No.
But, I think there might be something more than cocktails in that pack. So, Morris, I know you enjoyed. I mean, you provide great support every year. What sort of really impressed you about the projects this year? What stood out for you?
I think the excitement for me is the fact that every project we look at, they're challenged to be innovative in a sustainable way. So the learnings that they pick up on the project that they've nominated gets built into the way they go about their business in future tenders. The training and development of their staff is just fantastic. And I think that's going to shine through and lays a great foundation for the construction industry over the next decades.
Brilliant.
And thirdly, I think it's just that the messages come through every year I've done this. If the constructors are engaged during the design phase, the outcome is so much better. And invariably, I would encourage whoever is funding these projects to seriously look at how they can entertain the preferred contractor early in the process so that they'll get a much better outcome, be much cheaper, and it'll be much more innovative, and you'll end up with a much better
look, I can't agree more. And look, I think that's a model, and we've got a lot of people on the team from MRPV on board, and their model has been fantastic in terms of that early engagement in the constructional design and getting the consultants in early with the contractors who are responsible to build, and you do get a better outcome. So, Morris, on behalf of us at CCF, really appreciate your support. We churned up a few kilometres. Werdy Bullock, I don't know, we didn't get the Mildura. I got the Mildura, you didn't, but thanks very much for your support.
Thanks,
mate.
very much.
Thanks, Morris. Good
Well
on
done.
you.
Thanks for that.
Our final judge this year is Rod Jackson. Come on in, Rod. I know you're sitting in the wings and you didn't expect to be coming out, but I want to say thank you, my personal thanks. I rang Rod up and I said, I want a third judge. And in particular, we need to just recognise your contribution. Rod is the president or former president, immediate past president of the Association of Land Development Engineers. We've got a great association in that sort of land development, early stage development, both with ALDI, UDIA and CCF as probably the leading organisations. And I do want to thank you for your support. So Rod actually is representing Calibre as well, which is your employer. And I do want to thank your employer for making time available to do the judging. And thank you for your time.
Enjoy.
All right, thanks, Rod. Thank you.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes our 27th 2021 CCF Victoria Earth Awards.
Well done.
We have, I've thoroughly enjoyed it. And you've probably noticed during the course of the afternoon, as the videos have been on display, that Madeleine and I have had just a little sip. It's a bit different. So Madeleine and I live down, or you've got a place down on the Mornington Peninsula. Normally it's at White Nest and we're sipping coffee.
Coffee, yes. This is
a bit more sophisticated than coffee. And we've had to meet up outside during COVID times when we've been allowed to get outdoors and have a bit of a catch up and chat about activities and events. But can I just, I'm going to thank a few of our sponsors and I'll come back to you in a moment. But look, I do want to acknowledge our sponsors in Gallagher, Komatsu, Tim. We really do appreciate the support from Komatsu. And I did say to you, Tim, that there's lots of cocktail packs floating around earlier in the week, so I hope you're enjoying them. Matthew Stewart and the team at Pickles Industrial, and of course Tony Alicio and the Ecologic team. Without your support, we just could not run this event, and it's pretty simple as that. It's been unique. It's been a bit different. It's not the big grandiose glass room, but I've had a lot of. I've had a lot of fun. I do, and I want to congratulate all of our finalists. I want to congratulate particularly our winners. Our winners, apart from the Sustainability Award, will come together now for the final, which is going to be held on the 12th, Friday the 12th of November. It's an online event. Your video will be shown and will be in the judging. And don't forget that, Morris, about the Victorian finalists. I wish you all the best. I think, we're showcasing the great work that's being done down here in Victoria, and it's tough, and it's been a tough year. It's been a tough couple of years for the industry. The important thing is that we've been open and we've been COVID safe, and we worked really hard to make sure that that's happened. I do want to, with Madeleine, can I just say thank you? I've thoroughly enjoyed this afternoon, and You've
Thank
made it a
you.
lot of fun.
But likewise, John, but I love celebrating construction excellence in Victoria in particular, because I think we have outstanding projects, abilities, organisations and people in the sector. And this has been an outstanding way to recognise their contribution, both finalists and the winners.
Yeah. So on our behalf, can I say
Cheers.
thank you, and can I
Conte.
a cheers to our finalists, all finalists, our winners in both the 2021 Training Awards and the 2021 CCF Victoria Earth Awards. And with that, we'll say a good afternoon.
Conte and good night.